So this vegan mozzarella is out of this world, and it's super quick, like 10 minutes. And it uses really simple ingredients. It's a recipe from Ellie Brown over at kindacademy.uk over on Instagram. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can see the recipe. I recently saw my friend Merle making it. She enjoyed it. She made a few adjustments and kind of made it like a cheddar, but she also kept it using very minimal, very easy ingredients that you could find at the grocery store, which, I love. I think that's really cool. You know me. I kind of want to science this up a little bit. But first, I want to show you how easy this is. I'll show you how quick it goes together. I'll leave a link to the exact recipe. I'm not going to give away the measurements of the ingredients, but you really have to see how quick this goes together.
Now, I'm weighing everything out. All it is a bit of soy milk, some unflavored coconut oil, nutritional yeast, salt, tapioca starch, and a large clove of garlic. I had a huge clove of garlic here. We're gonna blend this for about 30 seconds. This really wasn't enough for my blender, so I'm just gonna pulse really slowly for about 30 seconds. Now, another tip that I wanna add is make sure that your soy milk isn't cold. I think room temperature is probably ideal, but my coconut oil kind of solidified as soon as it hit that cold milk and made it really difficult to blend. Now, she pours the mixture into a small saucepan and cooks it over a medium-high heat. I'm just gonna use a small frying pan and just constantly whisk for about 2 to 3 minutes until it thickens and starts bubbling up in the pan. Now from this point, you could throw it right onto a pizza, which is what I'm gonna do, or you could store it in a small container, toss it in the fridge, and use it whenever you like. Now for this pizza, I just bought some of these little pre-made, really thin doughs, because really the test is for the cheese itself, not like the dough or the sauce. But the sauce I did make really quickly. That's just a can of these crushed tomatoes. I'm gonna squeeze some olive oil, a little Italian seasoning, and a big pinch of salt. Normally I would toss in some basil. I forgot it. I'm pretty mad at myself, but it's still gonna be some pretty good sauce. So just blend that up for a few moments until it's all mixed together. Now I'm gonna pour this sauce onto our dough, toss on some of the clumpy vegan cheese, try to spread that out as best as I can, and then one of her tips was to brush it with a little bit of olive oil. I think Merle did that too. Now I have my oven preheated for around 475 degrees. I'm gonna toss these in for just a few minutes, which is plenty of time for me to get my daily fiber from Bellway.
So a lot of you know I've been on this weight loss and health journey over the last few years. I lost over 100 pounds, I'm working out more, and I'm focusing on keeping my body healthy. And keeping your gut healthy is important because it can affect your whole body, especially your digestive system, weight, immune system, heart, brain, hair, skin, and nails. And that's why I take Bellway every day. Bellway is an organic, all-natural, vegan, keto, paleo-friendly, and gluten-free fiber supplement that contains 0 sugar. It helps maintain your weight, reduce bloating, and has other amazing benefits, like keeping healthy blood glucose levels and lower cholesterol levels. Plus, it's flavored with real fruit, so the taste is pretty amazing. This one's a mixed berry flavor. I really enjoy the heck out of it. Bellway is made with a super fiber called psyllium husk. You've probably seen me use it on this channel from time to time. I'm gonna use psyllium husk a little bit later today. It's pretty amazing what it can do. It nourishes your gut and keeps you regular without making you run to the bathroom. And it helps you stay fuller longer, which I really love. That's pretty awesome. So gang, they have some amazing bundles on their website at an incredible value, and you have to check out their entire product line. They even have these super fiber capsules, which are pretty awesome. Click the link below and use code SAUCE25 at checkout. You'll get 25% off your first order at Bellway. Click the link below, that's code SAUCE25 at checkout for 25% off. Bellway, thanks for sponsoring today's video and for making such an incredible fiber supplement.
Okay, we're back, and the pizza looks pretty good. The cheese puffed up a little bit. Don't worry about it. As soon as I took it out of the oven, you could see that it flattened down. But this cheese, it browned up really nicely. It looks really good, but I'm curious. I wanted to give it a try and just see.
So this is really good. It cooks really well. You get a nice browning to it. I will say the starch on top browns really well, but the starch underneath doesn't cook all the way through. It's not like a stretchy, pull out of your mouth cheese, which is kind of what I want. The cheese is mild. This is a really good vegan cheese. I don't want to take away from it. For how quick this is and how easy it is, you could store it in your fridge. You can use it for a bunch of different things, or like a base thing, like what Merle did. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I do want a little bit more cheese pool, and I want some more sourness out of it. I want more of that dairy taste. So I'm gonna do a few tweaks to this recipe. I'm gonna use the ingredients that I have around the house. We're gonna really do this up. It's still gonna be quick, but you just might need some things.
First, we're gonna start with the base recipe, so you're still gonna need that. Now, I'm gonna double the soy milk. She stated that soy milk works the best in this, and I'm guessing that's because of the properties of the way that soy milk works. If you've ever made soy skin using soy milk, you know when soy milk is heated, it can develop a really nice skin. I think that helps create a cheese-like texture here. Now, I'm gonna warm this up in the microwave to about skin temperature. Now, for the coconut oil, I'm actually gonna add in the same amount from the original recipe, but I'm also gonna add about 35 grams of vegan butter. That's gonna help with with the browning a bit more and also add more of that cream-like flavor. Try to find one that is cultured or has some like cultured elements to it. In a separate bowl, I'm going to mix together all of the dry ingredients first. Now I'm going to do the same amount of nooch, but then also adding a half tablespoon of mushroom seasoning, 1 teaspoon of lactic acid. Now lactic acid is not lactose. It has nothing to do with milk. There is no dairy in this. This one is made by fermenting sugar beets. Also going to do a half teaspoon of salt, 15 grams tapioca starch, 5 grams of potato starch, 1 gram of arrowroot starch, which you can see I'm using a bunch of different starches. That's for starch diversity, which is going to give us different levels of flex in the end of this cheese. And we're going to use 1 gram of psyllium husk, which is going to be like an emulsifier and kind of help hold this all together. Now I'm going to add this into the blender, add a single clove of garlic, and then blend. Now we want to blend this on low for just a moment to kind of get it together, and then we're going to blend it fairly high until the blender kind of like heats it up and starts to congeal it just in the blender. And that's all we need. We don't need any heating on this version. Now I'm going to pour this through a funnel into a small jar. You can see how thick this is. It's not as thick as the original, but it's still thick enough to kind of hold on its own. At this point, we're going to make our pizza. I got my pizza shell ready with the same sauce, pour just enough of the cheese on to cover it up. We're going to kind of spread it out a little bit. Going to do the same thing with the oil, and then we're just going to toss this in the oven, 475 degrees, same thing for about the same amount of time. I just kind of looked to see when it was done, and boom, this cheese looks just as amazing. We still don't have a huge crazy cheese pool out of it. I might have went a little too thin on the cheese. I should have thickened it up a bit, but it is a little bit more of a cheese pool. But really, what about the flavor? Let's see what Monica has to say.
You know what's funny? My new glasses, it picks up my face now.
Yeah.
It never picked up my face
that's so
before.
interesting.
I know. Face, it always picked up your face. But it's like, oh look, this guy's glasses it's the size of his face. I mean, look at that. It's like staying with me.
Yeah.
Okay, so you tried the last one.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the crust was a little thin. But
Yeah, I mean, this is
enjoyed
it is thin crust.
Yeah.
It is microscopically thin crust. Cheers. Tell me what you think about the cheese.
Oh, I love this.
Wow.
The cheese is perfect. It tastes like cheese. This is like such a good snack.
Is this cheesier than the last cheese that we just tried?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, and it
In
doesn't
what ways?
Yeah, it's definitely like tangier. I feel like it doesn't stick to the top of my mouth or
Yeah.
stick to my teeth, which is nice, whereas a lot of the vegan cheeses do that. This just tastes like regular cheese. Let me see.
It has like a nice pool, like you can feel the pool. And it really does have like that kind of like mozzarella taste to it. It really does.
Yeah, the taste is very cheesy.
I'm super happy about this. Like,
I like this a lot.
yeah. So like you said, the one thing that I really like with this is that it's not sticking to your mouth. I do think the multiple starches really help keep that cheese like that. So, I mean, all in all, if you wanted to take the first recipe over the top, this would be it. But I will say the original recipe is really good. I mean, the first pizza that we tried earlier,
Oh yeah, that was great. This was really good too.
I enjoyed the heck out of it.
Yeah, I love this.
So this could stay in your fridge for like 3 or 4 days. Toss this into like a macaroni and cheese with some more nutritional yeast.
Yum.
That'd be really good. Coat it on top of a sandwich or like, like your Beyond Burger. Top it on that, throw it on the grill. Gonna be really good. You can top it on after it's cooked even and let it cook for just like another minute. All in all, this is gonna be a really easy cheese blend to just have around the house.
At home vegan Velveeta.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. The base recipe is such a great recipe to play around with. I mean, it really is. Add different starches, add different binders, add different emulsifiers, and you can have a blast.
Tons of stuff to do. Let us know what you do.
It was great.
Yeah.
I love that, baby. Little call to action.
Yeah. I want to know how you use this cheese.
Yeah. Oh, it was good. Okay, well, there we go. That was our snack.
All right.